Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of Crimson Skies. Our machine from last time is working great. I have not had any problems with it. It didn't get out of whack once. And I made a few little changes, just two. Actually, one is not really machine related. But this one right here, I put it down to 200 ticks now. So that's 10 seconds. Before, I think we had 15 seconds. I think so, yes. And that has to do with this thing down here. When we wrench this so it can only go one way, that really makes a big difference. It's definitely filling up fast enough right now. I have no problems. I've ran at least 20 stacks of sand through here and many metals and everything. It's been working really great. So, and you guys see here I put a transfer node with a filter set to clay because we had so many of these filters left anyway. And I made a compacting drawer, and we have still 11 stacks of clay blocks in here. And I needed that because it was so many clay balls that this thing was just always full, right? And I had to come over here, empty it all the time. And I didn't want to have to worry about it. Excuse me. So, this is working great, and let me take out these here real quick because I also want to show you guys, I set up a little bit of an automation over here with the kiln. The glass up here I removed, and I put the brick that was back here on the top. And then here's a timer that is set to 8 seconds. That's about, gives me a little bit of wiggling room. I don't know why I got a frog in my throat now that I start recording, but I'm sorry. And every 8 seconds that pulses here to another T flip-flop, the same that we set up over there in our other setup. And the item is now here, so that means it is actually on. And back here is the reading. So I just built it around the corner here to save a little bit of room, right? And now if I put stuff in here like the end stone, which I need to put into the kiln to get the, what is it called? Whatever, we'll see in a second. But you guys see, it ticked, so it placed it. And then it has enough time to transform. It also works for the clay things like these urns right here. And it gets sucked up, then it gets another pulse where it's going to be off right now. So it's actually, and then it turned on again, there we go, and it plays the next one. So it's just something to keep this guy on for 8 seconds, and then off for 8 seconds, on for 8 seconds, off for 8 seconds. And it works really good. So 16 seconds per cycle, and this is how I get my ender slag, which of course I put into the cauldron. There's some in here to turn into this soul flux stuff right here. Let me put this out because I counted them. Just like that. Because I need to make a lot of soul forged steel. Which is, it's okay. It's not a big deal making it. It's just very time consuming. Okay, cool. I have another stack. And I'll show you another little change I made here in just a second. An addition. You know, and just like always, you put them all through here and make more. And then when we have that done, it keeps going. It's just, soul forged steel is just a lot of steps to make it. It's not hard. Just a lot of steps, right? Definitely can't wait until we hopefully get into applied energistics. So this here, for example, is going to be very easy to automate. Oh, we're all the talking here and I'm falling behind. But anyway, so I'm making a ton of that stuff for, we're going to get started with some Mekanism machines today. But before we do that, actually, let me go ahead and finish this here quick, just so it's out of my hands. It's out of my bags, I should say. I am on version 1.1.2, 112, yes. So 1.1.2. I don't know why that's weird to say. And there was a lot of changes in the last two versions. When it comes to making the terracotta, for example, not making the terracotta, but staining it into light gray and so on, you now need to use a cauldron. And I'm going to show you these steps here in just a second. There we go. Once I have the 8th one here, we can get this prepared. And then I think I need to make one more set. If I'm not mistaken. There we go. So we can dump this in here and get it started. Good. So, in order to make all these urns, I need a ton of netherrack, right? So I made a second one of the blood infusers because we had this one left over in a box, right? The Promise of Tenacity 2, and that's the only thing you need to actually make the netherrack. It's not as fast as this one, because in this one we have the productivity. I think that speeds it up. Velocity means it needs a little less blood. And this one fills up just fine. It can keep up running both of them with the mobs that we have coming down here. And I also did a bunch of cleanup here. You guys see there's all repaired bows. This was full. This was full and this was full. And it drove me nuts, all these bows. So I spent a couple minutes and combined them all. Now is there a very little one? There we go. Actually, this one is better. And we can combine that with this one to get a full bowl so we can make dispensers or wherever else we might need them, right? Just like that. Doing good on all of this. So, I made a second one. You should definitely do the same. I can only recommend it. Now, before we go over there, I'm going to need a lot of dyes in the future, right? So I was wrecking my brains today, trying to figure out how I can make an automatic or a semi-automatic dye machine, right? What I wanted to do is just having to right-click the ground with the pedal. It gets bone mealed and then it gets sheared. But we cannot do it. There is no way for me to shear something. I made even this guy right here. That was a quest, the living wood altar. Looks avatar. I keep saying altar. I don't know why. Did that earlier as well. The living wood avatar. And you can give that only certain rods. I even made mana steel shears to see if I can give it to him. Or it. Not him. It doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know of a way of automatically using shears until we get the extra utilities mechanical user. So that's definitely something high on priority. I have a diamond wand here because there is a quest. The quest book had a couple changes here. Like here, we need to turn in 64 cobblestone pebbles and 16, and we get a diamond wand, which is really nice. Early on, it would have been useful. Now, I might make use of it in the nether. Because with all the sandstone, right? I've been using the stone wands over there. So, and then right here, there's two other quests. I gotta make the Madoc parts again, and I gotta make the Kama parts again. It's actually exactly what we have, but I just gotta make them. Then right here, there's a new dirt quest with rewards. And I don't think, was there anything else? I don't think so. I mean, these are all very easy quests, right? I also turned this one in. And this brings me to the apiarist set right there. I wanted to talk with you guys about that for a second. Because if you check the map, I branched out long ways in all directions here. It's kind of hard to show. Where can I show you that? Yeah, I can show you best over here. There you go. Just like that. Just a cobblestone walkway with torches. And I went really far north and east. This is a long way. This is, I think, 16 or 17 chunks in each way. Looking for a different biome. Because I need to be able to just have them working. Right here, the tropical queen. I made 2 new apiaries and got the tropical ones from it. There is a comb that I have, and there's another queen I made out of them. Of course, all ignoble. So I went out with these 2 in all directions, and there's a Mangalin biome. There is an ocean, deep ocean, river. Sunflower plains I found so far, and otherwise just forest and forest hills. And wherever I put them, it always says too dry and too cold. So I need to find a jungle biome. I don't think desert will work either because it's gonna say too dry. So I'm not really sure how we're gonna go about getting these guys going to get these combs here. These right here, these silky combs. Usage in the centrifuge, you can have a chance of getting silky propolis, 80% chance. And then that one back in the centrifuge, you have a 60% chance to get the silky wisp. And that one we need. Let's see here. Not you, not you. Wait a second. Oh, right here in the carpenter. You need 9 of them to make a woven silk. And then that we're going to need 22, just like any other Minecraft armor, right? To make this apiarist armor that we're going to need in order to not take damage from a lot of the beasts. So I'm a little lost here because the chances of me finding a jungle biome are slim to none. Did I not have grass somewhere else? It doesn't matter. So yeah, if you guys have any clues, maybe I have to get started with the alveary first, the multi-block bee house. So maybe I can get some heaters in there and some humidifiers. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. Anyway, so let's take a look real quick at the changes here. I made a cauldron, spruce cauldron. It's I had to make 2 new work tables, by the way. Let me show you real quick. Right there, I made the chef's work table that apparently I haven't used it yet. I just made it because I read in the patch notes a lot of the foods you need to make in this now. And then I also made the carpenter's work table, just 7 planks in the U, just like a cauldron, with a saw, and that made me the spruce cauldron here. And we'll put that over here, and then you can, right there, fill it with water. And now I need to get a dye real quick. Let's make a light gray. And I also need to get 3 terracotta. Right there. So now the way you stain this clay, and I think a lot of other things as well. I think to make the creosote stuff, the living wood and so on. Not living wood, the treated wood you also need to do in here, I believe. I haven't done it yet. So now it's, you see, I right-clicked it and it's turned into the light gray stain, and then you just right-click it with the terracotta. And now it makes it so you can do 3 per, which means we're going to need a lot more dyes. That's what got me started on trying to figure out how to make the dye production a little bit faster, a little bit less manual labor involved, right? I want to have this auto sheared and whatnot. But so, let me think here. Oh yes, and check it out. I made a bunch of iron. I have 56 blocks iron, 28 blocks of gold, and 30 blocks of tin, and a bunch of other stuff. And I actually got a lot smelted as well already. I poured, I should say. I needed a lot of iron today, and then I also got a little bit of copper and gold done. I didn't pour any of the tin yet and so on, but also the osmium we had and so on. So I'm probably going to have to get this picked up here very soon and replace it again with smooth stone to get the next ones going. But anyway, so let's get started with something new. These are all the changes, that I did between episodes. And to get caught up on the other, what else did he change with the update? Oh yeah, I think wands. Let's see here, what wand is he talking about? Not these. These all look like they're in a normal crafting table. Maybe a builder's one? No. Maybe these right here. Yes, you need a mage's work table for this now. Okay. An artisan bound. So I need to make a mage's work table. And then apparently compressed cobblestone with 2 sticks. And that's how you make these wands now. This is probably, hopefully not an iron block. Okay, that would have been pretty expensive. So I'm glad this is this. How do we make these books? Aha. Let's get with the cheapest one. Silver, steel, tin, mana steel, elementium, wooden. Okay, and this has a durability of 59. And to make one of these, it says it takes 29. So you can make 2 per wooden book here. A wooden book. That's funny. Anyways, so these things right here I need for this recipe. So I need to, I need to do 2 more sets to get 6 because I want to make 6 of these steel casings today. We're only going to make 1 at a time to make sure that we don't get some kind of a reward or something from these. Because when you check in the book, this is where I want to get to today. Right here. I want to make the metallurgic infuser, and that requires steel casing and then the metallurgic infuser. But I also know that I want to make 5 altogether. Let's go back here to the steel casing. If we check the usage, I want to make the crusher. I want to make the combiner. The combiner we're going to need. And then we can actually start working on extra utilities. The mechanical user. Because if you check the usage of the thing here, I think it's just a few pages backwards. Okay, I was wrong. Where's the redstone? Right here. 16 redstone and a cobble makes you a redstone ore. And when you place that down and break it with a pick, you have a chance of getting the thing right here as a drop. The resonating redstone crystal. And that is the only way of getting them. Usually you can craft them with an ender pearl to get these ender shards, right? But that has been removed here. So that is the only way we can get it. At least that's the only way I can figure that we can get it, right? But the chance is very low. I tried it in a testing world, and out of like 20 ore, at the most, I've gotten 4. That is a lot of redstone you need to make this. Okay, that's gonna be crazy. I really have to crank up my redstone production. But anyway, and then the steel casing I also want to use for, so with crusher, combiner, the energized smelter, the osmium compressor, the enrichment chamber, and then of course the metallurgic infuser itself, right there. Where are you? Right there. So that's why I need 6 steel casings. So I want to get everything together to make 6 of them. And right now, all I'm waiting for is netherrack. That's why I have these 2, because it just takes too long that you need 8 of netherrack per... Okay, I gotta get more cobble. And then you need 8 netherrack per urn. That is the bottleneck. It takes forever to wait for netherrack. Later on with Botania, we have a way of doubling it, so I can't wait for that. Let me put this in here and show you the last change I just remembered. Right here, I put a open crate, right? So, and there is a bonsai hopping bonsai pot on top that grows the tree, and then whatever it gets, it poops out. And sticks, logs, and saplings, they get sucked up and get burnt by these guys. So it's a trickling, right? Right now, it will actually be able to do it because I just recently made 2 mana steel to make those shears up there, so this is not 100% full. Okay, so once this drops something here, let's get rid of the sparklies here so we don't see them. Come on, do it for me. Right there, you guys see it dropped, and then it's gonna get sucked up. Whoop. And this flame now is making mana. So this is a nice get out of here. These guys spawn on my island like crazy. The same with wolves. You gotta see how many wolves I have over here now. Sheeps don't have a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wolves. And I'm getting some free wool and pork chops in here because every time a sheep spawns, it gets murdered. So, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna get this stuff together and then we get started with the mechanism part of this pack. I think it is finally time, though, that before we go get started with that we're gonna make our Rosa Arcana here. I already made the Rosa Arcana because we had that Rune of Mana now. And just a couple petals, but I want to make it the floating version. And I got a mana pool and a spreader. And we're gonna start setting that up over here to suck up this XP because a little bit free mana wouldn't be bad, right? So I think I want to put that... Let me see here. How are we gonna do this? I wonder if I can put that... Let's just try if it works or not. Let's put this guy right there. Let's put the mana spreader here. And the mana pool here. I kind of want to have it out of the way like this. And tie that to this. And let's see if this works. We're going to have to get some because I think I sucked up all the XP just now. Get down there. Do your thing. Alright, it sucked it up instantly, so there should be some in the... Oh yeah, there's some in the Arcana here. Cool. Oh, wait a second. Wait, do I even need a spreader, or do you just put that on top of a mana pool? Oh, it's not tied. There we go. Now it's tied. There we go. Now it's working. Alright, nice. So now I don't waste any of that, and I get some free mana over here. You know, if I need to make some simple stuff, I just wanted to get that out of the way. And we'll leave this guy here, and I'll put this one back in place in a minute. Alright, cool. So, I don't think there was a quest for that. I didn't hear anything. Here's the 6 steel casings that I can make, but like I said, I'm just gonna make them one at a time. Let's see. We should get credit here any second. Maybe. Cool. And, man, I get so many of these. They're everywhere. They're like a plague on my island. Okay, there we go. We got our metallurgic infuser. Very happy about that. Because now we're going to start... Did I get any reward for this? Getting into more tech stuff, I hope. Oh, there's more. Okay, cool. So now it makes me want to make these. Okay, I have 2 things for that with me anyway. But first, we're going to have to... Oh boy, where did I put that? There is connectors. And there is some wires here. Nice. The first machine I want to make after this is the enrichment chamber, because that's going to save us a lot of materials when it comes to redstone especially. Hook this guy up to here, and it's instantly full. Cool. And I need to make 2 of the... What? Is it with iron, not with osmium? Basic... It's iron and osmium. How much of this? Wait, this shows a whole thing here. That's impossible. What's happening? Why is this not working? This should be enough. Usually it's 10 redstone for an osmium. Metallurgic infuser. What am I doing wrong here? Don't tell me this takes more redstone than usually. Oh boy, Okay, let's see if the book tells me. It has some interesting properties. When given RF, it can infuse certain materials into other. Perhaps he could make machines with it. Okay. Does not tell us. This scares me here. I mean, if this is a full thing, that there would be hundreds of. And there is a recipe for this osmium here. Yeah, magnetic craft. What am I doing wrong here? I'm pretty sure nothing. Let's put another one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You cannot tell me that I need to fill this. That would be absolutely insane. That is such a waste of redstone if I knew to do it that way. Okay, so there is 160. Let's see how many it takes. So it took 150. So that is 90, 100, 150. That is insane. That is not a fun change. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, but now that we have these two, detect them. Let's go. Alright, done. Alright, and then it tells us more efficiency. Make the enrichment chamber. And then it makes us 10 compressed carbon, 6 compressed redstone, and 2 compressed diamonds. Okay, that is what I wanted to make sure we have anyway. So now we can take these two right there, and we need another steel casing. Bada bing, bada bang. Put that in here. In here. And we get our enrichment chamber. And we can put that here. Bada bing. Man, what a spider web we got going on over here. Cool, so we got this. So now, let's see here. If it's, how many do you want me to make? 6. Well, let's start with 6 of these. I'm such a moron. I'm sure you guys noticed right away. This is not what I need to make. This is a reward I can pick. Ah. So I'm going to make a ton of redstone right now. So I think I'm just going to take the compressed diamonds for now. And then we'll look at this in a second. But I wanted to get this going. I'm still waiting for... Oh, I made some chocolate here with the new way. Because now, in order to make chocolate, I tried it out. Not usage, a recipe. A bucket of milk, the sugar, and the cocoa powder in a cauldron. Used to be before in just a regular crafting table. And I just, because the coke ovens are just too slow, right, to make charcoal, I just checked. We can actually make that in the kiln. I didn't know about that until just now. So I gave it 3 stacks of wood right here because I need another stack of... carbon dust or whatever it's called to make another stack of the what's this powder called? This stuff here, gunpowder, and then with the gunpowder, oh wow, so that's gonna make me 4 stacks of gunpowder. Nice. I can make the, what's it called here? This stuff here, dull dust. So I'm actually gonna make 8 stacks of redstone right now. I got a bunch of sugar over here, and there's more. So I can get the last stack in here. Very nice. And I'm just going to leave this sugar here so I know where it is. Good. Yeah, just need to wait for that. So, what did they want us to do now here? Wait a second. There was one more thing. Yes, leadstone. I wanted to check this out. I'm going to need to wait for a little bit of redstone because I'm going to replace these right here with leadstone energy conduits because I constantly get zapped. It's annoying. So, what do we have here? Creating ore. So now it wants us to make the combiner and the redstone ore. And I think that is the thing I want to go for. So let's check out the combiner. What do you need? Oh, wow. Okay, so that actually needs a bunch of tough stuff. So we're going to need to make enriched alloy. And then together with diamond dust. And it looks like it needs a lot again. I don't know what this means here. So let's just make one together. So that is an iron. Let's just, whoops, right there. Let's get some iron, and we're gonna use these right here to see how many we get. So one of them gave us 80, so that's like 8 redstone. But I don't think that's enough. Not there, there. So that is, it's a really weird ratio, I'm gonna have to say, to make that. So 2 is 160. Is it really gonna leave me 10 left over? That is really weird. That ratio. Nope. Yeah, it did. 10. Not a big fan of this, but let's count it real quick. So I'm gonna need 4 of those. Oh my goodness. What is all this? Okay, emeralds are easy to make. This iridium ingot. I think I have some in here. So annoying. Okay, molten iridium right there. Alright, let's give me all of that. So it's making me this iridium. That is hopefully the right kind. Wait a second, I cannot make the elite control circuit. I need to make the data control circuit from Tech Reborn. Iridium here, yep, I can use this type. I need more advanced. I need redstone, lapis, glowstone, all easy to make. Alright, so I got a little bit of crafting in front of me to get these parts together. It just really sucks that this ratio is so weird. Just for testing purposes. Thanks again for zapping me. I know I have 10 left over there, but we're gonna dump this real quick. So it's empty. And I'm gonna put this guy in here and put 1 compressed diamond. See, it's not enough either. So this is probably gonna take another 150. If that is, I mean, at least make it use 160. I prefer less. Yeah, at least 10 again. So that is, it's really dumb, that ratio. This must be an oversight or something. But anyways, let me get all this stuff together here. And then we'll make our combiner and our first redstone, which hopefully we have some ready here. Okay, 10 gunpowder so far. So I have a little bit of crafting to do, especially because I still need to wait for the redstone and so on. It took me quite some time to craft all this stuff here. Not gonna lie, that was a lot of work. Getting all this stuff together. But there we go. We got our combiner. Let's see. Are you going to... Which one is it? This one? Oh, I still need to make the redstone ore. Okay, but let's make sure that you actually... Alright, there it is. Good. So let's place this one down right here. You guys see I also replaced all the immersive engineering wires with leadstone flux ducts so I don't get shocked anymore every 2 seconds when I walk by there. And then there's also another quest that I know we need to do right here. We need to make the osmium compressor. That's right there. Again, tons of crafting. Let's make sure this one also. And then this one wants us to make a glowstone ingot and a refined obsidian. I think the obsidian goes in here. Yes, okay. So let's make 2 of these. Then we come back to the compressor here. Oh yeah. Also need to get 1 glowstone. Give it to me. Man, I'm starting to run out of room here. Okay, so let's put this on top. Let's see if one of them is going to be enough or if it's going to take a little more. I think it's going to take just a little bit more. Oh, it did it. Cool. And then we also need to first go into this fella here. I'm going to need to dump this out. Put that. Okay, so one of these is apparently enough to make multiples of these. Let's see how much we're going to have left. 80 down to 70. Oh, perfect. I did not know that it's going to take exactly 7, but we're going to make them all. Now let's take this guy. Put it in here. And then that should make us that second ingot. So we have both of these ingots done. There's a couple recipes that require those. And there was enough. Very nice. Okay. So this quest should complete. Please. Very good. All right, so we got 2 quests done. We got this one. Now, well, we don't have this one done yet. We still need to make the redstone. Let me go ahead and grab... Let's just see here. So it's going to take redstone ore. I think 16, right? Yes. So that's going to be enough for... Oh boy, let me go see. I think I have more crafting up. I've been doing so many things at the same time. Yes. There's more. And I have a bunch more gunpowder ready as well. And there's more in the cauldron and stuff. It's getting pretty crazy. But let's make 4 of these. Actually, what do we get as a reward? For this fella here. We get some redstone. Okay. Let's just make 4 because we're going to need a lot of them. I already know. So I think this goes on the bottom. This goes on the top. Very cool. This is an exciting stage right here. Because if we can finally get our hands on extra utilities, that would be amazing. Alright. Yay, completed. And we get our redstone right there. Then here we have to make a brine tower. I wonder where this is going to lead us. But this one has now opened up. So now we need to get our hands on a resonating redstone crystal. When mining redstone ore, you notice that there's sometimes crystallized. Maybe the osmium in the combines. Nonetheless, the redstone crystals seems to hold a type of power. Yeah, the GP. Okay. Well, let's just do one at a time. Just in case I get super lucky. None. None. So we have 64 and 2. It takes 16 to make one. And we get 4 back. So this is a huge loss. And I still didn't get one. That's a bummer. So that's going to take some time here for me. I'm just, I guess, going to just have to be on top of making a bunch of redstone. And then keep making redstone ore. I'm probably going to make one at a time because I really don't want to waste all this redstone that we finally made. And let's do one more together. Maybe I get lucky. Otherwise, I'm going to just do the rest of this off camera until I finally get one. I was really hoping to get it with you. Again, nothing. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and make... Let's make 4 more. Why not? Man, my poor redstone. Let's craft this up and see how much we have in here. There's another 50 gunpowder. And I'm going to need to make more sugar. But I can start getting this going. And let's put on the magnet. And while we run back there... We get sugarcane. Put that in there. This in here. And break the sugarcane on the way back. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, and then we can take that. Put it in here. That makes you about 4 stacks. You get actually more than 4 stacks for 1 stack of sugarcane. So that's okay. And how we doing here? 4 more. Come on, do it for us. Let's put them all down. Yes! We got 1! That's a lot of waste of redstone, as you guys can see. That's pretty crazy. Okay, cool. We got it. And we're gonna get some redstone as a reward. Alright. And now it's telling us to make some grid power. Compat RF generation, the furnace generator, okay. Is the base for many useful generators, yes. And then there we go, mechanical user. Let's take a look at this real quick. If there's maybe something else crazy we need to craft here. Nope, just a dropper, lever, and then this to make a mechanical user. So now I can actually get this together. And we could set up some flour semi-automation like I had planned. That will work nicely. I did craft this mechanical user here, and I wanted to show you guys something here just for a second, because I did, oh, I put this back in the box. I gotta get this back over here, because I tried something out. I need a lot of brick here for the next project that I want to do today. It's a quick project. It shouldn't take us too long, Let me just get 4 of them. And it is not automating the flower farm. I really want to crank up our mana production. I'm tired of it because it could make my life a lot easier when it comes to, you know, redstone and netherrack and whatnot. And I tried something out here to make clay in the kiln, right? So I placed this guy right here. The block dispenser doesn't do anything. It does not trigger the clay to place it here. If, in case you're not familiar, when you right-click this, it lays down a piece of clay brick, I guess. And then that, when it breaks, turns into brick right there, right? So I tried this mechanical user right here. And there's generic, it's going to have to be right-click. Generic click, place block, use item on block, activate block with item, use item, entity, and then generic click. Now check it out. When I go to, none of them works, but use item on block and activate block with item. Those two do something. But now check it out. I'm leaving the interface. I'm going back in. It's still set to that. Put something in here. It closes the interface. The clay is gone. And it resets to generic click. And the same works for activate block with item. Again, I put it in here. It closes the interface. So this is bugged. To me, it should place that clay right there, but apparently it doesn't work. So I had to make all my bricks in the smeltery, which is, you know, no big deal. But it would be nice if you could still use this, right? That doesn't make any sense to me that we can't. So let's put this guy back here so it's just the way it was before. Let me take these 2 things out. So I was in a test world here for a little while, and I did a lot of testing, duh. On a good mana generation, I was looking at the Kekemurus, because with Astro Sorcery we can turn pumpkins into cake, right? And it would be nice if you just have pumpkins grow. But like so many things with Astro Sorcery, turning that pumpkin into a cake, when you link the crystal up, was just a hit and miss. It sometimes it did one instantly, sometimes it took forever, and sometimes one didn't turn at all. It would be fun to do because it's, you know, I don't need to do anything. It just grows the cake. But anyway, so we're gonna go with just the bonsai setup. So I'm gonna have 9 endo flames here. I laid this out a little bit right here. I want to put the alpine portal, and then we have this corner over here, for example, to make the terra steel. And so on. There's gonna be 4 mana spreaders here. Let's set these up first. And in the middle right here, we're gonna have a mana splitter. And then 4 around it. So we start saving a little bit more mana. Then right here, I'm gonna have the runic altar. Here's another mana pool. And here's another mana pool. For the 2 different transmutation thingamabobs here. What are they called? The alchemy, blah, blah, catalyst, and then the other one as well. There's another catalyst that we still need to make, but in order to make that one, we need to make the alpine portal first. But anyway, so I want to get a lot of mana going here. And I'm just going to use the ender flames, like I said. So right here, this is what I needed all the brick for. I'm going to make 32 more bonsai pots. I have one here. That's the one that was from over there. And then I need 32 hoppers. Lots of iron, but I don't care because it's gonna make my life easier. And next episode, we're gonna... What? Come on. Don't scare me like that. I really want to start getting into automation. I want to automate redstone. I want to automate the flora powder, the dye, and so on, and then just really start to automate. We really have to get going with this because it's starting to get painful. The amount of things that we need to do, right? Actually, let me use this here. So we're gonna have 3 mana spreaders right there. And this tower right here, I'm gonna tear down between episodes, and then we're gonna reuse this corner for some machines or whatever. It's gonna come down in the future. I know that we also need to get into calculator and into pneumatic craft and so on, right? So there's lots of things we need to do. And that is why I don't mind reusing that spot here. So D3 are going to link up with that spreader, D3 with that, and D3 with that. So we have 9 now. And now we're going to use 32. Wait, I need 33. I forgot to make one. Let's make another one here real quick. Bada bing, just give it all to me. I don't care. I made a second pure daisy out here. So I can make both of these at the same time now. Not that I took down the Aster Sorcery Crystal, right? And let's come from here real quick. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I want to first... Oh man, I'm forgetting all the things. By the way, the diamond wand is really nice. It was super fast to build this platform with it. I don't know why I haven't used more wands in the past. I used them only in the nether. For all the sandstone stuff, but not really for platform building. Okay, so these three are now linked up. There we go. That's what I wanted to do first. And now I can come up here. And can I jump on you? Thank you. So now I'm gonna have to place... I have a little bit of a pattern. I hope that works. So one behind it. And if my math was right, or I shouldn't say math, I was just counting. This should be exactly 33 what I need here. And I did also something similar, not that big, in the testing world where I tested with the Kekimurus. Oh, I can't believe I'm short. Oh, way under. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 more of these. And then also 9 more hopping bonsai pots. Let me make those real quick. Hopefully I have everything now. Not that I miscounted again. I do that a lot, by the way. When I do brick projects like that, I keep miscounting. I don't know why. But here we go. Last 2. Really, you gotta connect there. Why are these wolves mad at me? What's your problem? Why are they mad at me? Huh. Well, whatever. You stay in there. Okay, and now 42 bonsai hoppers. That's right. So, just to give you an idea, the things I want to automate is fully automated redstone, the dye production. I even want to look into if we can automate somehow the washing. And when I say automation, it might not be everything is going to be fully automatic. But I want it to be, you know, at least semi-automatic. So now my thing is, I don't want all of these to grow at the same time. I think on server restarts, no, I don't think it should. I kind of want to have a little bit of a pattern here. Okay, so why don't we do this? Let's go here. Diagonal like this first. Give these a second to grow. I don't want everything to drop at once. Right? So... stuff just doesn't lay around and then me possibly picking it up. And then we'll do the corner shortly after that. And all the ender flames should be able to reach their rows all the way from the front to the back. Because they have a range of 3. Okay, they don't do much for the FPS, by the way. They're not really bad for FPS. I'm still running at full 60. I really love these bonsai hopper thingies here. They're really good. For servers, for anything, I have not had any problems. So here we go. All of them are kicking in. Oh, of course. Turn this off and put this up here. And then toss this back down there. And this one. Okay, and you guys see there's tons of stuff now always dropping. So all of these should always have something to do. What is the matter with these dogs? I never hit them or anything. Leave me alone. Otherwise, I might have to go in there and kill them all. I really don't have any use for animals. The milk is nice, yes. So maybe I should just take a few of these cows and put them somewhere else and then tear this down. Feathers, I have at least 10 stacks in that crate now. So here we go. We got tons of mana production now. And I don't need to do anything. And that's the goal here. And I see how much this is going to make me here until next episode. And then possibly, you know, prepare everything when it comes to getting ready to go to the Alfheim portal and so on. Because I really want to get going with that. We have to get started. I don't think anything can spawn on top of this. I have F7 on and I don't see any X's or anything. I think we should be safe there. Anyways, that is it for today. We got the machines, we got our first redstone. We can now also get into GP power, which we're definitely going to get started on. There's a lot of things I want to get into, right? But it takes time. Everything takes a lot of time here because you have a lot of hand crafting and not crafting you always have to do by hand, obviously, but I'm talking about making materials a lot by hand. And I should probably set up a filter to pick up all the leaves. Is there something? Yes, I can make I'm gonna do that here between episodes. We've done this many times. I'm gonna set up a hopper hawk that picks up all the leaves, because the leaves we could also use for another flower. Because I'm gonna guess with 33 of them, we're actually gonna get quite a few of them. So, anyways, guys, that's it for today, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.